Hey guys, I'm back with a new video today, and this video is gonna be dedicated to who are considered cut candidates for the Steelers. First off, right now and from to June, it's where the point of the off season is, where a lot of people are gonna be getting cut, released, and obviously some people will be getting traded here in a couple weeks. And it's obviously post-combine, post-free agency. Post-combine is less than a week, and then 4 to 3 weeks, the free agency starts / new league year. And I'm just going to go over a few cut candidates, but first we're going to go over the cap hit. We're going to go over the cap hit that cut candidate stands right now and how much we save in cap space. Our first cut candidate, I think, could get cut, but I realistically don't think, because we do need the help at that position. First cut candidate would be Jalen Ramsey. We would save $19.5 million with cutting him. And obviously I want to talk about, he's 32 years old as a safety. I can't explain how much hype when we traded for him. And I had a lot alongside hype with Jonnu Smith, but I didn't understand him in there. I would rather probably have someone like, Jalen Waddle in that trade as well. Well, obviously we would need more to trade that. But he's getting up there in age. Some people say he didn't live up to expectations this year, and I sort of disagree with that, because he really did win us a couple games in his defensive side, and he had a couple big plays. So I disagree with people who think that, but I understand people think that. So it's 50-50 in my opinion, because I think he did do good and did bad at the same time, obviously. And I really do think we can get, if we do cut him, we can easily find better safety help. Like Jaquan Brisker, there's many, articles going around, stuff going around that he can be a Steeler. He's probably out of Chicago. We might sign him. We might draft a safety alongside, and we got Sean Elliott returning. So if we do cut Jalen Ramsey or even trade him, I think we can easily find a replacement, even though he's really a corner. So we'll still find a replacement no matter what Jalen Ramsey played. A second cut candidate for the Pittsburgh Steelers, I think that could happen, is Jonnu Smith. Alongside cutting Jonnu Smith, we would probably save around $7 million in salary cap space. And he did not live up to expectations. Like Arthur Smith always did, screens with him and runs with him, and I never understood that. Like, I think that's the stupidest shit I've ever seen. I'm sorry. But he played a hybrid. He played receiver / running back / tight end. Like, why did he play more snaps than Pat Freiermuth and Darnell Washington? How did this dude play more than Pat and Darnell? Like, what? And listen, I like Jonnu Smith. I always liked him. All the teams he played for, including us, he's all right. But there's a couple plays that he dropped passes and, all that. Like, he's good. Let's face it. He's pretty good. But he did not, succeed this season. And I know it's Arthur Smith, but Arthur Smith can actually run good, running sets and tight end sets a little bit. But now we got Brian Angelico, even though he's not calling the plays, but he can still make playbooks. That means he can definitely get our tight ends involved, because he played as tight ends coach / passing game coordinator for the Vikings. So I think if we do keep Jonnu, he can definitely get Jonnu, Pat, and Darnell in the passing game more. But like I said, I would cut Jonnu. I would cut him. I would cut Jonnu. I want to get Pat and Darnell involved. And I wouldn't mind taking a tight end in the 4th or 6th round. There's a few tight ends, like Max Clare. I don't know if Eli Stowers will fall out there. There's a couple other tight ends I wouldn't mind if we draft. But like I said, I don't think we'll draft a tight end, honestly, because we might just keep Jonnu. I just don't think we will, because he didn't live up to expectations this season. If you watch the Steelers games, we all would know he played in the backfield a couple times. So basically a hybrid. But like there's a couple tight ends that we can take. Like someone like Joey Royer from Cincinnati, maybe. Sam Roush from Stanford. Tanner Kozol from Houston. Heck, even Eli Rorden from Notre Dame. Some of those guys can live up, definitely. Maybe Will Kamarick from Ohio State. There's, like I said, there's a few guys that we can draft. But I don't really care about tight end right now, obviously, but we still need a tight end third. But yeah, I'm just saying. This is my last cut candidate that I have to free up a lot of cap space. Some people might be iffy about this cut candidate, but we can easily replace that position within seconds. And I'm being honest. My third cut candidate for the Pittsburgh Steelers will be Patrick Queen. We would save $13.33 million in salary cap space. Listen, I know a lot of people might hate this cut candidate, but he was one of the most, one of the linebackers, the most, missed tackles in the whole entire NFL league. And, as much as I like Patrick Queen ever since the day that we signed him, he missed a lot of tackles. Listen, he played every single game, and obviously at the Steelers linebacker position, we never had a healthy linebacker or a good linebacker since Queen got here alongside Peyton Wilson, them guys. Cole Holcomb was a free agent signing. He'd been all right, but injured a lot. And, yeah. So, honestly, I would cut Patrick Queen. Yes, I would cut Patrick Queen. Save a lot of money. Like I said, there's a lot of linebacker positions in this draft. Couple free agents I wouldn't mind. Yeah. Like I said, if we go in the draft and there's multiple linebackers out there like Jake Golday, probably a second round, third round pick. Jacob Rodriguez, second round, third round, even a fourth round pick possibly. There's other guys like Harold Perkins, third or fourth round, possibly fifth round pick. There's guys like Anthony Hill. I think he can follow the second. I don't think he's a first rounder. Like I said, I wouldn't be surprised if he's a first rounder because he has that, excellence. Like, he can be a first round pick, not like a top 25 pick, but, And there's, a lot of underrated guys, There's guys like Josiah Trotter. Wouldn't mind him. Kyle Lewis, Deontay Lawson, Taron York, Deshaun Borham, Lander Barton, and Fisher. There's a lot of guys I can keep going on that are really good. I wouldn't mind. But, yeah, that's my 3 cut candidates for the Pittsburgh Steelers, most likely cut candidates. And stay tuned for my 2026 Steelers 7th round mock draft. I think it's going to be coming out possibly Wednesday. Maybe Wednesday. I don't know. That'd be my Steelers 7th round mock draft 3.0. So I'd either be making it post free agency. Oh my God, post combine. I'm sorry. Post combine, that'd be combines on Thursday. Monday is questions for answering questions, interview stuff. So I'm not including that. But the workouts will be Thursday, so I'll do it either after the workouts. I'll do it post. I'll do Wednesday. And then I'll do another one post free agency. I appreciate you guys for watching. Stay tuned. Subscribe and like. I appreciate you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. If you guys want to see more videos, make sure to subscribe and like. Thank you guys for watching. Peace out.